Hello everyone, I'm the Weather Dude. Welcome back, and today is a very exciting video. If you watched my last video about an upcoming winter storm, you saw that there was a potential for a winter storm for parts of the north, and even for parts of the east. Well, we're taking a better look at that today, and a potential for a pretty decent sized winter storm, if not maybe even a blizzard. So without further ado, let's get into the video. If you like staying up to date with the latest weather forecasts and updates, then please consider hitting the subscribe button below. Let's see how fast we can get to 2,000 subscribers. Also, to help this video's performance very much, please consider clicking the like button and sharing this video with your friends. Also, please consider watching the whole video. Thank you. Now let's get on with today's video. So just like in the last video, just like a couple days after I did the previous video on the winter storm, we're going to take a look at the latest on the oscillations, because these three oscillations, they do matter a lot when it comes to when we see these kind of weather patterns. And we're talking about snow, and we'll get into the models pretty soon. We're going to be talking about snow. That part is pretty iffy, but for sure, the Midwest is an area we're going to have to watch. So here is the PNA. This is the Pacific North American Oscillation. All right, and typically what happens when it's positive, when it's above this black line, what happens is cold air can get into the eastern United States, some cold air, and in turn that can lead to snow. Well, look at the sharp up curve in the PNA through the first couple days of December as well. Although the particular storm we'll be looking at is going to be happening like very soon, like Thanksgiving, and also another post-Thanksgiving storm after that early next week. All right, so the PNA will be going positive, okay, just like it has been. Like you can see through August, it's been pretty positive, although there's going to be no cold air in the eastern United States in August. So you really want to start focusing on the PNA now, because now we're starting to get into the fall and winter. So here's the Arctic oscillation. Now this works in the opposite way. When this goes down, like as it's forecast to, if it goes down, then cold air can also get into the eastern United States. So you see the pattern. And the NAO, which is the North Atlantic oscillation, works the same way as the Arctic oscillation. So when it goes down, again, like it's forecast to, we will be seeing some cold air, and there's going to be a lot of cold air coming to the east as well. It can lead to something like this, where cold air is going to spew out of Canada in the Arctic. It pretty much almost looks like, according to this map, the entire United States looks below average. Although, we're going to be talking about the northern U.S. and also the Midwest and Northeast. So here's the Climate Prediction Center. Whoa, sorry, that's very zoomed in. This is the pattern from November 30th through December 4th. And as you can see, the Mid-Atlantic, the Southeast, and the Southern Plains are all going to see some below-average temperatures. Even outside of that, we still got some average temperatures for the Midwest and Northeast as well. Northern New England, maybe a touch above average. Again, from December 30th through December 4th. And here is the precipitation for the same time period. Look at that. Above average precipitation. So this time period, November 30th through December 4th, is the time that we could see our best chance to see some snow for the Midwest, maybe even the Northeast. All right, so we got three models going to be looking at. Again, if you did see in the last one, I did include the UKMET. I was going to, but it does not go far out enough. These three models go out a good 10 days, which is why I like the three main models. So GFS, European, and Canadian models. And you do want to stick around to the end, because the Canadian model shows something very interesting. All right, let's get started with the GFS model here. All right, so we're starting out very current. All right, and as you can see, there is a low pressure that is moving through. All right, so this is like your little Thanksgiving storm system. So definitely looking for some rain for the Midwest and Northeast as well. But take a look through Monday. Now, actually, this is going to be a wind producer. No matter who gets rain or snow, this will be a big wind producer. And that's why, to those of you that get snow, that's why we're seeing a chance for a blizzard, because there's going to be a lot of wind. And I'll show you the storm origination pretty soon. But let's take a look. Here's the low pressure system, and already you can see, according to the GFS model, this is Monday afternoon on the 30th. You can see snow for Chicago, northern Indiana, even parts of southwestern Detroit. We're already seeing the snow breaking out. The low is starting to wind up, 999 millibars of pressure. And we got a kind of like a warm sector here where you see the rain breaking out from the Mid-Atlantic and through the Northeast. But look at the back side, it gets pretty interesting. All right, and for some reason, this particular model run of the GFS calls for very heavy snowfall in the Appalachian Mountains and the Smoky Mountains. But you still got that back side of the storm, Illinois, Indiana, even through Kentucky, even Tennessee. You can see some snow on the back side of the storm system. All right, then the low wraps around. It literally wraps around, right? Comes back here and then shoots back up again. So look at that heavy snowfall for West Virginia. Again, this is mostly mountainous areas. All right, and then it moves up to the north. Now for the Midwest, snow will be falling in the Midwest here as well, but in terms of snow falling far south, it'll be just for those mountainous areas. That's the reason the snow is getting that far south, is because of the more mountainous terrain there. All right, and that's the end of it for the GFS model. So how much snowfall are they talking about through the next 10 days? This is going through December 5th, overnight, December 5th in the morning, so on Saturday. Yeah, they're talking about 12 to 18 inches of snow for the Appalachian Mountains through eastern West Virginia, maybe even close to a foot down through the North Carolina-Tennessee border. But still, look at the backside. Look at Chicago. They're calling for 8 inches of snow for Chicago. We're talking about close to a foot in western Indiana as well, or at least 6 to 10 plus. We're talking about on the lake shores of Lake Erie. We're talking about 6 to 10 as well. And look at this. Look all the way to the south. Look at this. Traces of snow through Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and a good 1 to 3 inches for Tennessee. All right, so this is, and we're talking about central Tennessee, like the lower elevation. So you can tell where the low pressure center is, right? It's kind of like spinning around here, which is why Ohio, like the central part of Ohio, kind of misses out on that snow, at least for now. These models could certainly, we could see some changing in the models still. Now let's get into our next model, which is the European model. All right, the European model shows something very interesting as well. So here's our Thanksgiving storm through the Midwest, all right, and then it moves through. All right, we see some rain out of it, not much snow, but whoa, yeah, this looks like a big storm system. Already you can see the pressure down to 996 already as the storm moves through Alabama. We're talking about the 30th, 2 in the morning. Now by 8 a.m., remember, this is some of the coldest part of the coldest time in the morning, between that 2 and 8 a.m. time frame is the coldest time of the day. So we're already seeing some snow, mostly wintry mix. I believe purple is wintry mix. Am I right? Let me see. Yes. Purple is a wintry mix of rain and snow. I don't see too much ice, which is good news. Wintry mix is better than ice. The low is winding up even more. We're seeing some cold air moving in on the backside. And because of that, western Ohio, Indiana, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, even east of Chicago, we're already seeing the snow break out. Now, by the afternoon, the low winds up even more. All right, which means it's funneling even more cold air. It gets even windier, and the snow really funnels down through Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, even northern Georgia at this point, which the northern part of Georgia is mountainous terrain, which makes sense. All right, but this, what the European model is talking about, this is a outright blizzard. All right, look at the pressure at this point, 980. Okay, I can tell you of some Category 1 hurricanes that have gotten to this similar strength in terms of pressure in millibars, so this is pretty impressive. Now, am I saying the winds are going to be 75 miles an hour? No, not quite. Although some models do get pretty close to that. But look at the snow through Ohio, through Indiana, all the way down Kentucky, Tennessee. Just the coverage of that snow, too. For November, beginning of December, this is a very intense-looking storm. And it doesn't stop there. The low just winds up. It just stalls. And we just see some, at this point, this is by Tuesday afternoon, it's still hanging around. Some more light to moderate snow, but still looking very extreme. And look at this. December 2nd, it's still snowing. Okay. And this isn't when you wake up on the 2nd. And then everything winds down. By the time you wake up on Thursday, it's finally gone. So what does the European model say for snow? Well, it's a lot. All right. We're talking about 2 feet of snow, or at least 18 to 24 for southern Detroit, or southern Michigan, sorry, through central and eastern Indiana, through western Ohio, 18 to 24, and even a little area of 24 plus in like western Ohio right there where I just highlighted. All right, and even if that's not the case, we still got a few inches of snow for Tennessee, upwards of 6 to 10 for the Appalachian Mountains. Central and western Pennsylvania could get 2 to 6 inches of snow up through New York. So this looks like this is the model that just kind of goes all out so far. Right, and it'll be interesting to see the models at the end of the day today to see if they change at all. But that's not the most exciting one. You thought that was the exciting model? Oh, you were wrong. It's time to get into the Canadian model now. All right, and this is the very interesting model. All right, let's get into this. So again, here comes the rain moving through the Midwest and the East. Nothing too bad. Maybe we got rain upwards of an inch, maybe just past an inch. All right, it's a brief shot of rain that moves through. And then, look at this. All right, so here comes the snow. You might be thinking, what looks so different about this? Well, I'll tell you. So here's Detroit. All right, we got some snow breaking out through central western Ohio, through northern Kentucky as well. We see some snow breakout. The storm moves through. It looks similar to the European model, right? The snow just hangs there on the backside. That moderate snow just hangs on the backside and it really piles up through Ohio and southern Michigan, and even starts to spread through Pennsylvania a little bit. All right, we get some snow fading. But still, it doesn't look that special, right? And that's where we get in to the next system. You can already see it. Here it is, 2 p.m. on Thursday with the GEM model. We already see snow and ice breaking out. Northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, northern Georgia. The snow is already breaking out. And yes, look at this. An eastern seaboard classic snowstorm for early December. This is December 4th, so we're getting a bit far out, but heavy snowfall through Jersey, through Delaware, just south of Washington, D.C. The low pressure right offshore. Cold air is in place, and yes, some more snow. And then the low deepens, we get even more cold air, even more snow starts breaking out right along that I-95 corridor, that dream team for the snow, and then it all moves out. So how much snow with the GEM model? Well, let's focus over the Midwest first, where they actually do call for close to 30 inches for Cleveland. 18 to 24 in this region here, 12 to 24 for Central Ohio. So it's funny because the GFS for Central Ohio, they call for like up to an inch, while the Canadian model calls for 22. So very interesting. All right, and then the tons of snow, 12 to 24 inches through Indiana, through Ohio, southeastern Michigan, and then that system that tracks along the I-95. We're talking about 5 to 8, even upwards of 6 to 10 through northern central Virginia, just south of D.C., through Delaware, New Jersey, all the way up to I-95 corridor, through Worcester, through New Hampshire, 6 to 10 inches. And yeah, that does make me pretty excited as well. So this is very interesting. And before we go, I did tell you guys I was going to tell you where is this snow like originating from, or where is the storm originating from, I should say. So we got 2 models we're going to look at here, European GFS once again, and we're going to be taking a look at windy.com and seeing where the low is originating. So here it is to the southeast. I'm sorry, where is wind gust? There we go. So here's our wind gust, and I did add the pressure ice lines to this map as well so you can see a little bit better. Here's the low, 1,007 millibars. Got some windy conditions off to the south. Now keep in mind it says wind gust, but still the winds that we're going to be seeing. Here's the low coming from the south, and you already start to see, look at this gust front that's coming in. Yeah, so these two areas of energy are basically going to collide, and they're going to make one massive storm. All right, now look at the winds already. Some areas getting 60 mile-an-hour wind gusts according to the European, 70 mile-an-hour winds. All right, so I did tell you that even though sustained winds of hurricane force will not be likely, I do think that some models do take it very close to that. Look at this. Look at this. Winds of 78, 79, almost 80 miles an hour. All right. I mean, look, that low is winding up at this point. 980 millibars of pressure. All right. And then look over the Great Lakes as well. 66 millibars or 66 mile-an-hour winds. You can see some lake effect snow breakouts, some extreme lake effect snow. All right. And GFS model showing more of a similar picture. Again, the wind breaking on the back side of the storm and on the front side. There's going to be a lot of coastal flooding for the mid-Atlantic and coastal northeast regions as well. So keep that in mind. This is going to be a major storm. Winter storm for those that get snow, and rainstorm, and coastal flooding for those that just get the rain. Thank you guys so much for watching. There is another tropical disturbance out in the Atlantic, so consider watching that video as well as my other upload for today. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time, I will catch you guys in the next video.